For number 19 through 20, you're going to use a graph to find f of x plus g of x. So for this one, we are going to find each value at each x value. So for example, let's say if you look at -1, okay, for your f functions, so let me highlight this for f functions, okay, the y value of f functions is, so at here, your y value is -1, okay, -1. But however, for your g functions, your y value, so at that point at negative, your y value is 2. Okay, so I would just put here at -1, your f functions was -1, okay, based on graph, and your g functions was 2. Okay, but now we're looking for f plus g. So I am going to add f and g. So -1 plus 2, which is equal to 1. So for a new function, its y value will be 1. So now I am going to plot the new points. So at -1, your y value will be 1. So here, this is a new point for 1. Okay. All right, so we are going to repeat the same process. So now I am going to look at where x is 1. Okay, so where x is 1. So I'm looking at this. When x equal to 1 for your f functions, again, here is my point for my f function. Okay, my y value at the point is a 4. It's a 4. So when x is 1, your f functions is 4. Okay. And what about g function? At 1, your g function is here. This line is your g function, so present g function. Your y value is 0, at 0. So I'm going to put 0. So 4 plus 0 is 4. So at 1, your new point will be at 4. So here I'm just going to put new point at 1. So at 1, it's 1. Okay. Let's pick a couple more points. Now, my next x will be 2. So at 2, okay, my f function, which is here, this is a point on f functions. And then at 2, so that was where x was 2. At 2, my y value is 3. So I'm putting 3 where x is 2. Okay, let's do the same thing for my g function. At 2, here is my g function. And at that point, your y value is -1. So we put -1 for g function. Therefore, f, which is 3, plus g, -1, equal 2. So at 2, your new points will be here, okay, where your y is equal to 2. Okay, so your x is 2, y is 2. Okay, so let's pick a couple more points. So now let's look at 3. At 3, your f function is here. Okay, at that point, your y value is 3. So for f function, 3, and your x was 3. for your g functions is here. So this is your g function. At 3, your g function is a 0. Okay, so we put 0 there. Then 3 plus 0 equal 3. Okay, so at 3, your y value is 3. So I'm going to put it here. And for the last, at 4, your f functions is here, and your x value is 3. Okay, at 4. And your g function, at 4, your g function is here. Okay, and your y value is 1. So 3 plus 1 equal 4. Okay, so at 4, it's 4. So this will be your new functions. And we just need to connect them. So from here, there, there. Okay, so this is your new function. All right, so let's working on number 22. So I'm not going to read all the questions. I'm just going to point out the couple informations that we need for each questions. So I'm going to highlight the last sentence. It says, if the balloon is inflated at a constant rate of 40 cubic millimeters per second. Okay, and then A says, find the volume after t seconds. So your volume, so I'm going to say V, will be changed 40 millimeter cube per second. So I put T as a second. Okay, so that will be the equations of the volume. And for number says, when the volume is V equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed, what is a radius r? Okay, so for this case, we need to solve for r. So to solve for r, let me rewrite all this. So V equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So first, I am going to multiply the reciprocal of 4 over 3 to the both side of the equations. So then these two fractions will cancel each other. So on your right side, you only have pi r cubed. All right, so for now, we are going to divide the pi to the both side of equations. But in other words, the same as times 1 over pi to the 1 of both sides of the equation. This will cancel the pi. Okay. So for next step, now we get 3v over 4 pi, which is equal to r cubed. And then to get rid of this cube, take the cube root, we'll cancel. Okay, so therefore, now you have for final, your r is equal to cube root of 3b over 4 pi. All right, so for C, write the equation to express the radius as a function of time. Okay, so your radius was cube root of 3v over 4 pi. Your volume was 40 millimeter cube. I just get rid of the units, so just the 40 over t. And then since we're looking for the equations of the radius, we are going to replace this v with 40 over t. Okay, so then now we get, for a new function, your r is equal to cube root, and 3 times, now your v will be replaced with 40 over t over 4 pi. Okay, and then let's simplify more. So equal to cube root 3 times 40, 120 over t over 4t. And then if we simplify this, cube root is 120 over 4 pi t. Okay, all right. All right, and then let's simplify more. Cube root 120 and 4 reduced to 30 over pi t. So this is the final functions for radius. All right, so now we are going to find the functions after 3 seconds. So your t is equal to 3. So then cube root 30 over pi times 3. So 3 will cancel each other, it becomes 10. So cube root 10 over pi will be the radius.